On today's episode of Marv on Air, we're going to be recapping the NBA playoffs that have been going on so far. We've got a little bit of baseball to talk, and as well as our NHL playoff preview. A lot of hockey, a lot of baseball, a lot of basketball, no football today. All right, let's run it. Welcome back to Marv on Air. Today is Monday, April 17th, 2023. We've got a lot of non-football to chat about today. We're going to go ahead and I don't know where that came from, but it is what it is. It's been a rough start, but
the calendar.
Yes. We don't really keep track of days. Yeah. So it's going to be myself and Redbone today at the table. How are we doing, Redbone?
Just peachy.
Awesome. And then it's James and our best friend Joey on the couch over there. Joey.
What up?
Let's go. Yes. Round of applause for Joey coming in. We love to see it. Joey's our big hockey expert, so he's going to be helping us out today big time as we go through the NHL playoff preview. James is over there. James, we hanging on with the new sunglasses?
Yeah, I'm hanging on real well.
Good.
It's not. I don't like it.
His looks fresh. Looks very fresh. And Alex is behind the hut as per usual. No mic. We do have the new mixer and mic in the mail. They'll be coming. Alex will be able to have a mic soon enough. But let's go ahead and hop right into the NBA playoffs. They are underway. It's just one game per series that's been played, right? Just one each.
Yeah.
And Joey, you're watching a lot more basketball than me right now. What was your favorite game from the first set that you watched?
Definitely like the Clippers. You know, I mean, obviously got money on them, so
Yep.
You got to track with them. But I love that Kawhi Leonard and Russell Westbrook going there.
Yes, yeah, and they beat the Suns. Is that right?
Yep, they beat the Suns by about 5 at the end, and you gotta love that dunk at the end by I forgot what's his name, but that really fired up the crowd.
Yeah, well, Clippers Nation is ready to roll, and it was the first time KD lost as a Sun. So like,
Yeah,
did
I
they
guess
find the
that's
chink
right,
in the
yeah.
armor? Did they find the chink in the armor?
I don't know. I mean, that guy plays half his games. So.
Yeah, yeah.
It's funny you say that. There was a sports journalist years and years. Do you know what I'm talking about? There was a sports journalist years and years ago, and they were talking about Yao Ming.
Okay.
Oh, Jeremy Lin.
It was Jeremy Lin.
Yeah,
Okay,
because it was like Linsanity.
Oh yeah.
Oh boy.
There's only like two Asian basketball players I know of. I got it wrong. But the title of the article was "The Chink in the Armor."
Really?
And it was about Jeremy Lin, which is just insane.
That is
Not a great
Racially
look.
motivated, yeah.
bold. Holy cow.
Yeah.
That had to have been a long time ago.
I don't know how it got through like the process.
Yeah, the editor of that
How'd that
column
get
got
cleared?
fired.
It was probably more than 7 years ago.
Well,
Yeah.
that's
I don't know how.
If it was
long, but-
insanity, yeah.
Yeah, I guess. But dang. So maybe we stray away from. Well, there's no
Well, I
Asians
saw it
playing.
probably was.
There's no Asians playing last night, so we're in the clear. But yeah, that was a good game. The Warriors lost, and did you see? It's the Sacramento Kings, right?
Yeah, Kings.
Did you see how many people were outside the Kings Stadium?
Dude, their fan base is insane. They are diehards for that team.
They haven't won a playoff game since 2006 against the Spurs, so it's been almost 20 years. But that was, and the light the beam thing is sick.
Oh, yeah.
Just that whole. I've always kind of hated on the Kings because they've been terrible, and I just haven't had a reason to watch them or like them at all. But after that first playoff game, they're kind of in my book as someone to keep an eye on.
Oh yeah, they're definitely higher seeded than the Warriors right now too.
Yeah.
And like even them making the playoffs, there's a ton of people outside the airport. When they made the playoffs and they were flying back home, that.
Yeah.
That is an Iowa State fan base there. I love it. They just love the team.
That's one of those teams that's if you're a fan, you're a fan because they have been through some dirt, right? They are not.
Wasn't Tyrese Halliburton on that team or something like that?
Sounds right.
Didn't he
He
get
was
drafted
for
there?
a
He
while.
got drafted.
Yeah, he got traded to the Pacers.
Yep.
Gotcha. Yeah, it's that's exciting though because the Warriors are obviously the reigning champs, and a lot of people they hate on them, but they know deep down that like they're probably one of the best teams right now. And if the Kings can pull off, we've said this before, in 7 games the better team's gonna win. But if they can figure out how to beat the Warriors, like we could be looking at a deep playoff run from the Kings here, which would be really exciting. The biggest thing I want to talk on for the NBA playoffs this weekend was injuries. Okay, we had stars upon stars falling, going down. Just to name a few, we got Giannis, Tyler Hero, Ja, and Embiid are like the biggest 4, I think. And Alex, pull the clip up. We've got Tyler Hero after he broke his hand. So he broke his hand in the game, and then he attempted a shot right after. Here we go. So here it is. He's suffering in pain, and then this is where Kobe mentality. Look, he's in the top corner there.
You gotta make this bigger.
He's just hanging out, and then he shoots it with a broken hand. Comes up short. Wasn't quite able to get there, but shooting with a broken hand.
Yeah.
That's some commitment right there. I mean, Anthony Davis could never. What are we talking about?
Anthony Davis on the floor if he broke his hand.
Anthony Davis is getting wheeled off.
But like, I mean, when you're like, you got adrenaline pumping and like stuff like that, like I think you could probably shoot, but
Get a shot up.
Yeah, but
shoot it with like 2 hands or something. You got
do like a little granny shot.
Yeah. But that just kind of shows like Tyler Hero's a guy, you know? I don't know how he was able to get that shot up, but we also saw Giannis and Embiid and Ja, all of them. I don't know how Hero got hurt, but Giannis, Ja, and Embiid, I believe, were all injured from charge attempts. Is that right?
Yeah.
Like they were going up over the top of a charge attempt.
Yep.
I saw a lot of people saying that we need to disband the charge. We need to get rid of this. It's not even a basketball play anymore. I don't know where I stand on that. I think it has to be like if you get rid of the charge, then we're just going to see 200-point games from both teams. I think at some point, and I don't know. I guess just I want to know where you guys stand on like getting rid of the charge too.
I think getting rid of the charge is like getting rid of like defense, like in general. Like,
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I don't really know what a charge is.
A charge? So there's this ring underneath the hoop, and if you're outside the ring, you can get your feet set. And if an offensive player like knocks you over with your feet set, then it's a charge and it's an offensive foul, and then the defense, well, who was the defense gets the ball, right? Shot doesn't count, doesn't matter.
It's pretty much like the offense can't just run through the defense. Like the defense also has like the right to be in that spot. So it's like whoever there's first wins.
Yep. But they can't have their feet moving at all.
I'm pretty indifferent to whatever this charge thing is.
I think if you take away the charge, then like you gotta be able to like make the game a little bit more physical then with like competing up for the ball and being able
swords.
To like, yeah. Ooh.
Well,
yeah. Fencing. Yes.
Mark Cuban said they need to move it out further. And I was confused as to how that would reduce the amount of injuries that come from charges.
Well, because like if it's moved out, like I don't know what the line's called, that ring around the hoop, right?
Yep.
If you move it out further, then less dudes are going to be like jumping when they're like taking a charge or being called for a charge.
Yep.
So like I guess if you're out by like the 3-point line and you're to a spot, somebody can't just run you over.
Yeah.
But like if the player's going up to take a layup, then it would reduce their chances of being called for a charge because that ring would be there.
Yeah. Okay. It makes sense. I think it's a bit. I think it's just the way the NBA is going. Like that's what we have to expect.
Like we're already like getting like soft calls on like defense and stuff like that. Like you can't play defense anymore, and like NBA scores are higher than ever.
Yeah, they just keep going up. It's
yeah.
the first year ever that a team hadn't scored less than 80 points or something like that. Like every game, somebody scored 80 points.
It's insane.
Is that like a big problem, or you guys just want more defense?
I don't necessarily want more defense, but I don't want it 199 to 187. Final scores. It's not basketball.
What
it's
would
just
you
layup
like
lines.
it to be?
What's that?
What would you like it to be? What's the perfect
Right.
range?
I mean, right now, I don't think it's bad. I think there's enough scoring. But I don't want it to turn into the All-Star game is basically what I'm saying.
Yeah, exactly.
I think everybody can agree the All-Star game was it's just, there's no defense, and it's not fun to watch if there's no competition. That's what makes it a competition. But yeah, obviously, we don't want a lot of injuries in the playoffs unless it's Anthony Davis. If Anthony Davis doesn't get hurt, it's not the playoffs. But outside of that, we want our star players in the game, so it's a little frustrating that everybody's getting hurt. Our last NBA playoff, thing we want to cover here, obviously, the Lakers. Did they win? They pulled out a win?
Lakers won, yep.
They pulled out a win?
Yeah, they were. You see that stat? They were up by like 1 against who are they playing? the Grizzlies.
Okay.
And then they went on like a 13-0 run at the end, like 2
Wow.
minutes left.
Yeah, well, their bench showed up,
Yeah.
right? Like Austin Reeves and some other dude who had like 9 in the fourth quarter. I forget who it was.
Rui or whatever
Rui?
that guy is.
Yeah, it's just some bench players that I'm not an NBA diehard, so I don't know who they are. But speaking of Austin Reeves, that's his name, right? I don't want to get it wrong.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, yeah. Austin Reeves. LeBron had some comments on Austin Reeves. Alex, you want to pull that up? We got this here. This is LeBron says, I knew from the first practice he wasn't going to be a two-way player for long. I know the type of players that fit along with my game, and I knew Austin would be that.
Isn't that literally the joke that?
That's the
That's
meme.
that can't be real.
That is a meme.
No,
That's the
he
meme.
literally said this, though.
This is like more like facts for the meme.
It's
He
just like
lies.
adding to the fire.
I can't tell you how many times I've seen, like, I don't like basketball, and I sure as hell don't like basketball memes, but I've seen the LeBron James's
He knew.
the interview from like '04 or whenever the fuck.
Yeah.
When the fuck did he get drafted?
20-something years ago.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
a
know.
long time ago.
Of him being like, yeah, and I just knew that. Da, 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 da.
Yeah, well, that's exactly what this is, and that was literally that's like pulled from an interview. That's not made up. That's LeBron in a nutshell.
I knew he wasn't gonna be. What'd he say?
He said he knew he wasn't going to be a two-way player for long, meaning
Two-way
like
player.
is that like from the G League and up and down kind of thing?
Yeah, I
or-
think
Yeah.
so.
Yeah, so I mean, he knew he was going to be a player for the Lakers as soon as he got on the practice squad. Like, if this dude knows everything, why aren't we talking to him for like betting?
Yeah.
He just knows.
I think I trust him with all my bets then.
Yeah.
If this
I
is
think
true.
LeBron is like to the point where like he sees the memes and like knows it a thing, but he like doesn't know that it's a meme. I think he thinks people think he's like a prophet or something. They're like, oh,
No.
LeBron knows everything,
I
but
think
that's
that-
what he thinks in his head.
I mean, that's
No.
where I'm at. Apparently, he seems to know everything.
I think he looks at memes as things that like peasants and serfs do for, little enjoyment.
Yeah.
I don't think LeBron James is worried about people making memes about some of the goofy shit he has said.
Well, then you
Some of the
should
stuff
stop
he's
playing
saying.
into it.
Yeah.
I
Well,
don't think
should
he's
knock it
playing
off.
into it.
he's doing it just right. I can tell you that. That is par for the course, if you will. That's right on.
Good golf reference.
Yes, big golf reference. But we're going to pivot away from basketball, not to golf, but to baseball. There's just one story I want to touch on here, okay? So, actually, that's why not a lot of people are talking about this because it is just
Wake me
so.
up.
You see the Z's above my head?
They're just floating right there. No, it's not even the MLB, right? The MLB is obviously getting a lot of attention right now for this like pitch clock and all the new rules, but
College, right?
we're talking college, right? We're going to dive into the Florida baseball team. We don't have the clip of what preluded this, but we'll be bringing up a clip here. We've got this is right after a grand slam, and look at the lack of celebration here. This is honestly commendable. Just walking straight to the dugout. What a guy! Look at that. This is what refs want players to do nowadays in every sport.
Yeah.
This is ridiculous because if you go back this is the bottom. Yeah, so in the top of this inning, right? The Florida pitcher struck a guy out. It was the third out. Big, I'm guessing like the bases were loaded or something. I don't know. It was a big deal that he struck this guy out. He celebrates like a normal athlete or anybody who does something exciting would and gets ejected for it. Literally thrown out of the game. Like can't pitch anymore, can't bat, can't do nothing. And then that's the bottom of the inning. Teammate hits a grand slam, can't celebrate at all. So I guess, obviously this is where sports are going. We're going to be seeing this over the next 2 years. There will be no celebrations at all anymore.
No, I think I disagree with you completely.
Oh.
For like football, I don't think that there can be any like personal celebration or like bragging and whatnot or like putting up the one. But like for football, when somebody gets a touchdown and the entire team gets in like a canoe line and rows or like an entire team like stands and then they all get shot down, like a guy's acting like he's shooting them down,
Right.
or a dude's bowling into other players. That's like that is excessive celebration, right?
No,
No,
that's
that's-
a rule they put in.
that's what we
they
want.
put in a rule like for that, like that. They're allowed to do that.
Yeah, they're allowed. I think they're allowed to do the team
but,
ones.
But
Yeah,
what
the
I'm
team
saying is if you just said that hey, stop it. You don't even have a mic. You just said that we can't celebrate anymore. Or
Well, I'm
sports
saying
can't
that this is
celebrate.
where the way the
they're
refs
taking
and
the
umps-
passion out of like the sports. Like it's all
Yeah.
about like being like.
I get
hard
that.
on them. Like I'm sorry, your team can't score and you guys can't celebrate like us.
Yeah.
I feel like it's moving towards like more of a sanction thing where you have to get it cleared and it like a big bureaucracy from like the top down,
okay.
where you have to get all of your celebrations cleared. If there's going to be like a team celebration, it has to be. I mean, half of them are like rehearsed.
Yeah,
Does
that's
that
what
make
makes them
sense?
fun.
It's looking for like a clip rather than a guy just like getting pumped.
Yeah. Well, I was going to ask you guys because obviously there will be no celebrations in 5 years because of what the refs want, right? That's what the refs want is the walk. They want the walk to the dugout, no high fives, no yelling, no nothing. Are you guys excited for like these new wave of celebrations we're going to be getting?
You mean sports in general?
Just the celebrations part.
Or lack thereof.
Yeah,
Yeah.
lack of them.
Yeah. Aren't you guys hyped up? Like this is what we
No.
want, right?
No.
No.
I'm excited.
I
hate when players show emotion.
Like, what
it's
are we-
bad for the game. All right, it's bad sportsmanship. Players should hit a home run, walk around the bases, and go back to their dugout and read a book.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to see them be excited or anything like that. It's just
Sport-
it's bad for the game.
Professional
it doesn't
sports
grow
these
anything.
days is like modern day like gladiator rings for people.
Yeah.
It is. Like, they should be allowed to do whatever they want. They're a gladiator. They
No.
get paid millions of dollars to do
No.
this. They should be able to. Oh
No.
Lord.
Oh my
No, they
God.
should be reading books in between innings. I don't want to see any of this emotion stuff. It's just gross, and I'm tired of it.
It is definitely. I just can't even believe that's they ejected that guy for showing any sort of emotion.
Yes. Yeah. Speaking of that, there's Iowa State intramural leagues. We got a soccer team. Like me and my friends, we got a soccer team. It's like intramurals,
Yeah.
and you're not allowed to slide tackle, obviously. Okay. So it's a stupid rule. You can't slide tackle no matter what.
Yep.
I slide tackle an accident because it's ingrained in my brain from high school to slide tackle at a ball.
Yep.
It's a natural thing.
Makes sense.
I slide tackle. It's supposed to be a yellow card. They say in the rule book, it's a yellow. This guy with the ref with AirPod Maxes on gives me a red card.
Oh no!
I'm the gladiator in this ring. You should be lucky I don't kill you.
Literally, that is.
He gave me like
For
it's
what?
a red card for slide tackling. Like it's like
Did you dispute it?
what? I tried to. I talked to him like, oh no way. Like everything's getting soft these days. Everything
Everything.
is terrible.
I think a lot of people are worried about other people getting hurt.
I was
I
gonna
think
say.
that's the fucking biggest
That
thing.
in
I like it
intramurals.
is-
Listen,
Guy.
When you're competing against people who haven't played soccer and they don't have like shin guards or like they've never done it.
Yeah. Well, I
Maybe.
mean, I understand where the rule
But
comes from, and intramurals,
stupid.
right? Like that's a safety thing, whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm with you that just in general, everything is going the softer route. So maybe we will see a lack of a charge line. Maybe we will see no celebrations. Maybe we will see, two-hand touch football in 10 years. Well, who knows with the CTE studies coming out?
I think there should be a rule where you get penalized for not celebrating and rubbing it in the other person's face.
Right. I mean, at
Yeah.
the end of the day, it really is just entertainment. Joey's right. It is a gladiator ring where we're just enjoying the game. Like, that's all it is. And
Yeah.
with no, like, emotion behind it, it's not the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are we watching it for?
Yeah. I'm not here to watch Derrick Henry, like, just run over the end zone and then run to the sideline. Like, that's
And
yeah,
and
makes
again with
sense.
the soft calls and stuff. Last night in the Clippers Suns game, Russ basically won the game for the Clippers off like this ball going out of bounds that he blocked off Devin Booker.
Yep.
And Devin Booker's crying to the ref, being a little soft boy,
Yep.
and Russ is playing the game. He's got heart, and that's what you want to see these days.
Yeah. No, I saw, like, a montage of Russ just running all over. He looked like Curry. Like,
Yes.
he just a ball of energy out there.
Especially on KD, you love that.
Well, I mean, James, KD, and Russ played together for like 5 years or whatever in OKC, so they have history. Like that's kind of the reason
They
behind
got
that.
beat.
I know that. Why are you explaining that to
Well, I
me?
figured if you didn't know what a
fucking-
charge was,
I'm
I was
fucking-
like,
I get it.
I was like, we might
Now
want
I know
some
that.
background here, but yeah, that is that's just too bad, really, in general, the whole lack of celebration thing. But with all of our prelim stuff out of the way, now we dive. All right,
Into
boys.
the post slam.
Yes, we are going off the high dive here, making a big splash in the NHL playoffs, which kick off tonight. We've got 4 games tonight. Is it 4 tomorrow then, probably? Yep. Okay, so I'm pretty excited. I've been tuning into hockey a little bit more this year. So I'm armed with my own knowledge. Not a lot, but
am I.
Joey's brought his own book. Okay.
It's a
just
journal.
notebook.
It's
a
a journal.
It's a diary. It's a diary.
Oh Lord.
It's a journal.
Got a lot of personal stuff in there, and then
It
I got
looks
some
like a
hockey in there.
report card.
It does. It does. It looks good. So, Joey, where do you want to start with the playoffs here?
All right, should we bring up the bracket? a
Yeah,
little bit?
Alex, you got the bracket on there. Let's take a look here. So there's
Let's bring up the East before we get into the West, because the West we have our interesting teams.
West
Yes.
Side.
We've got 16 teams,
West
right?
Side.
I don't know what's going on. We got 16 teams, and the East side is the right side of the bracket. All right. Where do you want to start? You want to go top down?
No, the East side is the left side. Pretty sure.
No. East side's got to be right. Bruins. Tampa
Oh, sorry.
Bay.
Yeah. Sorry, I was
Yeah,
confused. My fault.
Yeah, we got Bruins, Panthers,
Boing.
Leafs, Lightning, Hurricanes, Islanders.
No, let's start with West. That's what I meant to say.
Okay, you want to start with the West?
Yes,
yeah,
yes.
that's what I was thinking. I was like,
Yeah.
the East
Because-
side's
yeah,
got like
East
all,
side
the,
is
all the
entertaining.
good stuff. Okay, we got the West side first. Right
Let's
here.
go.
Where is this? Point it like that.
We got Avalanche and Kraken at the top left.
Bingo. Avalanche, Kraken. What are we looking at here?
All right, so Avalanche obviously the powerhouse. Most
Reigning champs.
what?
Reigning
Reigning
champs?
champs.
Reigning
Yep.
champs.
Yep. Last year's champions. Most goals tallied this season.
Okay.
In the West, and they're facing the Kraken.
This
in
is
their second year.
second year.
Yeah.
First time in the
Yeah,
playoffs.
first time in the playoffs. Second
Yep.
year.
Second year of what? Being a team?
Yep.
Being a team.
They were an
Where are they
expansion
from?
team. Last
Seattle.
year, Seattle. Yep.
They're, you know, it. I'd love to see like a Cinderella story with the Kraken.
That would
you
be
know?
sweet.
That'd be awesome.
It would.
But
Here's my thing with the Kraken. Here's my thing. Okay, I watched like a lot, not a lot, but a couple Bruins games. Most team I watched the most this year, and they played the Kraken at one point, and the Kraken were like light years faster than the Bruin. It seemed like they were just everywhere, and I don't know if it's because they wanted to beat the Bruins real bad. Obviously, the Bruins have been a powerhouse. We'll get into that in a second, but if they're able to keep that speed up, like they've been familiar with, obviously playoff hockey's significantly faster. It's just a whole different game, and I think with that style of play throughout the year, they could be, kind of there. They're not going to be completely caught off guard, I don't think.
I think the Avalanche are just going to be overpowering in that whole entire series. I think.
I agree.
I
I do think
yeah.
the Avalanche are the better team,
But-
but I think the Seattle, maybe they might have a little more credit than what we're giving them.
Where did Seattle have to source their players from? Was it like draft picks and free agents?
They got like a ton of draft
I think,
picks. Like,
yeah, but don't they get like
Football
certain
talk
players
right there.
from?
because like a bunch of other teams like kind of cherry pick like their drafts and stuff, and they give
Okay.
them their own players for
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, it's
for like another team to have a draft pick from the Seattle Kraken.
Yeah.
yeah. So you've got the Avalanche there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Got the Avalanche there, but would love to see a Cinderella story. Have
Would
them
love
go
to.
Yeah, that'd
Yes.
be just dope.
I mean, the Seattle Kraken, their house is literally called the Crack House. That's their arena name. Like, I mean,
Funny.
that's
you
great.
kind of gotta like them.
Give them that. Okay, so we're going to Avalanche, but hopefully the Kraken there. Next, we've got Stars from Dallas and the Wild from Minnesota.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
Redden, did you have?
I love the Wild.
You wanted to add in there? Okay.
That was it. Yeah, that's all I got.
Minnesota.
Minnesota, the Wild. Dallas has been on a tear though. Recently, they.
Oh yeah, the Stars. Yeah, they're doing pretty good with what's his name, Jason Robertson.
Yeah,
He's like their top goal scorer. He's like the leading scorer on their team.
he's hanging around, but I think this one could be tighter than a sweep. Obviously, I think. it
Yeah,
goes
I think it'd be like a six
six.
game.
Yeah, I was gonna
6-game
say
series.
6 for sure.
But like again and again, I think with the the 2 and the 3, I think they're just gonna lose to whoever's on top, like out of that first seed game.
That's a lot of hockey. I think is just favorites, which is so weird that I think it's more in hockey than any other sport.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So it's hard not to just pick the favorite every time, but it
Yeah.
is the playoffs. So
Especially when they're number 1 favorite. Like
right. Okay, so not a lot with the Wild game.
yeah,
As expected, it's Minnesota. What are we talking about? And we got the Knights and the Jets.
love this
The
game.
Golden Knights. Okay.
I'd like to see the Knights win. The Knights,
yeah.
they're a good team.
Because what are they, third or fourth year? They were an expansion team as well.
Yeah, they are expansion team.
Yeah, they were pretty good last year, I know, but they are definitely an expansion team. And I was just talking about how much I love playoff hockey. This is 7-game series in all of these, right? So we
Yep.
just said, Stars and 6. These aren't just single matches, which is what makes it so fun.
But thing is, I think with the Knights and the Jets, I wouldn't be expected if the Knights swept them because
Really?
the Knights have beat the Jets 3 out of 3 times this season. Like every time they met, they beat the Jets. So
Interesting.
Maybe the Jets steal one at home, but
Yeah, they have that really good goal scorer, Jack Eichel, as well.
Jack, yeah,
He
the
was
Knights-
lighting it up. the
Yeah,
other day.
he's got the most like goals, I think, right? Or
He's up there, yeah.
I think the thing to remember too with playoff hockey is like, it's whoever has a hot goalie.
Yeah.
You know, and I don't mean hot. I mean like stand on their head like they.
Yeah. Well, I mean, on the flip side, I mean, the Jets have Kyle Connor, and I mean, he's also playing about as good as hockey as he is. You don't like him?
what?
You don't like Kyle Connor?
No, I'm just thinking of Jack Hughes from the Devils. We'll get to him. We'll get to
I'll
him.
get there. We'll get
That
there.
handsome devil.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So rounding out the West, we've got Oilers and Kings, and I don't know. I like the Oilers just because they're orange. It's not really. They've
Makes
got.
sense.
Is it Connor McDavid? Is that who it is? Who's the Oilers like powerhouse dude? He is whoever.
Connor
I don't have
McDavid.
notes
yeah.
on the Oilers
yeah.
because I didn't take notes on this game because I don't think either team is going to make it out of the second round.
Really? I think whoever wins this one goes to. They'll automatically move on through the second round to at least the semis in the West
Okay.
or the West Championship, right?
Really?
Yeah, I do. I think the Kings are solid. I don't think they'll be able to take down the Oilers, but I like the Oilers matchup against both the Jets and the Knights.
I think Knights are getting up there.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
I personally, I think it's going to be like a Knights Bruins like championship.
Yeah, I could definitely see
Like-
the Bruins. Obviously, the Knights. I don't think it's going to be any of those top four teams. I think Avalanche are coming out hot, and they're just going to fall off, right? And then Stars, like they play well, but
Stars are going to be the Wild. Avalanche probably beat the Stars.
yeah, and then the Avalanche can't hang in the championship of the West. So, but yeah, with that being said, obviously everyone just wants to talk about the East. So let's move on to the East.
Fuck the West.
Wow.
All right, so what are we looking at in the East here, Joey? We
All
don't
right.
have to go top down. We
right.
can do it whatever order you'd like.
All right, let's go the Hurricanes and the
Islanders.
Islanders.
Okay.
Because I know you were talking about the Islanders. You
I
like
do
this-
like the Islanders, maybe not to win the series, but they're going to steal a few.
I think you're right because both teams can't score. The
Islanders
Hurricanes,
goalie is he legit, right? Like
Yeah.
he's a good guy.
goaltender.
Not as hot as the Devils guy, apparently. But
That's funny. But I think that's like the least significant game right here, the Hurricanes and the Islanders. I think no matter what, whoever comes out of that is going to lose to either the Devils or the Rangers.
I agree. They are the two weakest teams on the East.
Yeah.
On the East side.
And then we can move to the Devils and Rangers.
Okay.
I like the Devils a lot. That Jack Hughes, star player of the team. He's 21. He's our age.
Okay.
Me and Nick's age.
Perfect. That makes me feel awesome.
Yeah, exactly. I feel amazing.
Yeah, what are you
when
doing with your life?
Yeah,
His
here I am
age.
talking
Yeah.
into a microphone
like-
for four people.
Yeah, wow.
This guy's performing in front of thousands.
Exactly.
Good to know.
So this guy is like their star player, first time in the playoffs, and I think I think he'd do pretty well. Like just getting some goals in at the playoffs and
For sure.
whatnot.
Yeah, so you're taking the Devils there then.
Yeah, I'm taking Devils there.
Mm.
Okay.
I'm going Rangers.
Okay.
I think that's
All right.
kind of a
I'm
coin
gonna
Put
bet
that
on the
out
Devils then.
Oh yeah.
I'm helping you out. I'm helping you out.
Thank
Yeah,
you,
for
thank
real.
you.
Well, I kind of want to save the Bruins for last year.
Yep.
And I know Redden's got something riding with the Leafs and the Lightning here.
Oh yeah.
I want to hear
What do you got?
I'm a big Leafs fan.
Yeah.
Austin
Yeah.
Matthews, the Leafs center, he's so much fun to watch. He's like probably my favorite player to watch in the NHL.
Him
Yeah.
and Mitch Marner are like a beautiful duo. Like
Exactly.
I think they're better than any like currently heterosexual couple ever.
Ever.
Wow.
Okay.
Just
Okay.
their chemistry.
Yeah.
They're both young guys too. I'm pretty sure.
Yep.
On the younger end, so that's
Yep.
just kind of fun to watch.
Austin
but-
Matthews was he is an all-star, but like last year he was just like he had the most goals scored in Leafs history. He had like
Yeah.
a ton of accolades going apart. And then obviously this year he's kind of struggled
This
with
is the
scoring.
year that I think Toronto has to win it all. Or else they can't the Leafs have to move.
As a Leafs fan, I think it's their time to like win a couple games. But-
I don't think they will win it, but they have to for the sake of being Toronto.
Yeah,
Right?
because
Like,
they haven't got out of the playoffs since the first round since what 2004 or 6.
it's ridiculous. They just
What's that stat?
they never show up in the postseason, so we need to see they need to at least beat the Lightning.
But
right.
I think
And then they run into a powerhouse though in Boston.
That's a problem.
Yeah.
it's going to be a dogfight between the Leafs and the Lightning because I mean, the Lightning, they're an old team. Like they're like an old team, like
Experienced.
experienced team.
Yep, been here quite a
Yep.
few times. They
But-
went back to back a couple years
But
ago.
I think they don't have it anymore. I think the Leafs, they're just gonna beat them because they're more like
Leafs in what?
energetic and I
How
think
many?
they're competitive. What?
How many games?
I think it's gonna be a 7-game series
Yeah.
again.
Yes.
Because Lightning took it last year in 7. I think Leafs are gonna take it this year in 7.
Oh, this was the matchup last year.
Yeah, they
Oh, wow.
lost to them.
I didn't know that. That is awesome.
Yeah,
That's gonna be electric then.
Yeah. It's gonna
Okay.
be- it's gonna
Okay. And
be
then
a
the final
dogfight.
game, everyone's kind of been eyeing. Everyone kind of knows what's going to happen here. We've got Boston Bruins versus the Florida Panthers, and I need to get some Bruins gear for behind me here because I pulled too hard for the Bruins for me being my first year really watching hockey. But
And you just happen to pick the best team.
well, that's what's so annoying about it. Yeah, it's so annoying that I just like happen
Yeah,
to pick.
it is annoying. Trust
It
me.
is. Well, the thing was though that nobody expected them to be as good as they were. Like at the beginning of the year, no one. And then when they went on that tear, people were kind of like, "Okay, this is odd," and then it just
Yeah.
never really ended.
Yeah, Bruins set a record for most points scored in an NHL season.
Most wins.
Yeah, most wins and fewest points allowed. They're like leading fewest points allowed.
Olmark
Okay.
has been on his head all year. It's
They-
ridiculous.
The Bruins, I think, they're just gonna go straight to the chip.
Steamroll.
Yep.
Yeah.
It is not. I don't know if they'll play more than.
The Leafs will give them a fight.
They might play 15 games, and they'll be in the final.
Bruins in 6 against
Really?
Toronto.
Oh, Toronto.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I don't see that
I
happening.
think Bruins are gonna beat Panthers probably in 5.
Yeah, they'll take one
Give
at home.
Panthers 1.
The Leafs might get one, so that's 10 total. And then who do you think they'll probably have? The Devils coming out of that bottom little
Yep.
region there.
I'd see the Devils coming out, and I think that's just
Islanders.
an easy win
I like the Islanders.
for the Bruins because I think that'll just humble Jack Hughes if the Devils get out of the second round.
I would be a little nervous if it came to Bruins Islanders. That one would be the only one
Yeah.
that would catch me off guard. But I think overall it is going to be a Bruins, and I think it's, and everybody knows, especially everyone in Boston, like this, they have to win this, right?
Oh yeah, if they don't, they're the 73-win Warriors.
Yeah, exactly. Like
Yep.
they can't lose the chip this year with everything they did in the regular season.
Yeah.
Yep.
Or else it pretty much confirms the President's Trophy curse or whatever that is, right? Like if you win the President's Trophy,
Yep.
you can't win the cup. Is that?
Yeah,
I'm asking
that's
you.
a
Yeah.
thing.
I think yeah.
Yeah, it's like the Madden curse.
Yeah,
Yeah.
essentially.
It's like the same kind
but
of thing.
way
Yes.
worse.
Speaking of that, they're playing right now, so
Yeah. Yeah.
I got money on that game.
I'm ready to.
Which
to
one,
watch them play
Islanders
hockey.
or Bruins?
No.
What?
Bruins.
I got Bruins and I hedged it with Panthers.
You hedged it?
Yeah, because I had
How
this big
does-
bonus bet.
Oh, gotcha.
Oh, okay.
I was
So-
gonna say because I don't know how you could hedge a single game like
It's
that.
it's like free money, so
yeah. I got you. So
might, as
you're,
well, might as well hedge it.
you're just enjoying the game.
Exactly.
Okay.
Well,
Well,
I want both teams to win.
yeah. Go teams.
Hurricane,
Go NHL.
Go hockey. Well, I was just going to say that obviously we can't wait to get to watching these games here in just probably about 10, 15 minutes. But that's what I want to say, just like how exciting the NHL playoffs is. Like, in my
NHL
opinion,
best playoffs.
it is the best
Any
postseason.
sport.
March Madness would like
I
a
would
word.
I would take NHL
March Madness
dunking
would
on
like a
March
word.
Madness.
No.
It's not even close in
No.
my opinion.
Yeah,
No.
I think women's March Madness is.
Honestly, the women's
That's
Final
nasty.
Four,
My
or
fault.
at least
That's
the
nasty.
Iowa
My
games,
fault.
those were entertaining.
They were.
Those were pretty solid.
I mean, they pulled in good viewers too. They were close games with exciting
Yeah.
talent, but I think the NHL playoffs is just a whole different league where they play faster. There's fighting allowed in hockey, okay? So there's like a lot of fights.
That is
Yeah.
awesome.
Like it's just have I asked you about the puck trail? I want
Yeah.
to know your opinions on the puck trail.
I haven't seen it. I like you're telling me about the puck trail. I don't
I'd
see
love
it.
to see a puck trail.
Yeah, so I saw I've seen 2 upgrades to like the viewer experience this year. They put like the name above whoever has the puck sometimes.
Oh,
on
I
some
like that a
broadcasts.
lot.
I like that because
Like
they're
you're
not.
in a video game.
Yeah, so it's like whoever has the puck, their name will show up.
Well, it helps like the mentally challenged. Like
Yeah.
viewers.
Let's put
But
Subway
it's different
Surfer.
in like
Well,
football, like
gameplay right
the
under it.
people are different sizes. In hockey, they all look the exact same.
And another thing with hockey that like for casuals, like I'm just a casual, right? Like I think I can
You're not a
openly say
puckhead?
that. No, I'm not a puckhead.
You're not a professional hockey player.
I'm not.
Redden is a
puckhead.
puckhead though.
True.
Redden's a Leaf puckhead.
Professional
He's a puck
puckhead.
bunny.
we all know.
I'm a leaf
Redden-
collector.
Redden is the
He's a
puckhead
little
here.
Puck bunny over there.
But the thing about hockey, for you guys that don't know, is there's no like like the game
Rink
doesn't stop,
angel.
and then there's substitutions.
Yeah.
Right, so you never really know who's kind of on the ice. Like they shift lines really seamlessly, and so as someone who's like not a puck head, and it's not like I can't pick up the fucking number like immediately.
Yeah.
It's nice to have the name above, and I'm like, oh, Pasta's got the ball. You know, like Pasternak's gonna, you could put a goal in here. So if it, Marchand or Pasternak or whatever,
Braden Point.
yeah,
You're
exactly.
sure talking like a puckhead.
Well, I just know a couple guys on the Bruins. Like that's
And then
about it.
even with like overtime and stuff, it's like in regular season overtime in the NHL, it's like 3v3, and then if like the time runs out, you do like a shootout. But in the playoffs, infinite time 3v3. It doesn't end.
Yeah.
Until somebody scores.
Yeah. Is there fighting in overtime ever or no? Not really.
I don't know enough.
Not really.
They should get rid of the 3v3 thing and just go
Sword
shootout.
fight.
The shootouts are awesome.
What if it was like 3v3 for first overtime, 2v2 for second overtime, 1v1
Yes.
for third overtime?
I'm in.
That
I'm
would
in.
be cool.
And
You'd
then
have to
goalies.
Oh,
I'm in.
Just flicks from across the ice. That would
I'm
be
so
awesome.
in.
That would be cool. We should pitch that. Alex got something to say real quick.
So is a shootout literally just like a PK shootout?
It's like penalty kicks, yeah.
It's like a PK shootout.
Yeah,
Kinda.
For you non-soccer.
Yeah, so what happens is like the puck's at like half court, whatever you want to call it, half
I
ice.
guess. Yeah.
And then you can't go backwards with the puck. So you got to like keep going front, like forwards, and then like you got to shoot off that, and you can't go backwards. So you got to.
So they get to advance it. They can do moves with the puck, but they can't go backwards ever.
So is this to decide the game?
Yeah.
Usually it's
Is it like 5 people, kind of like
Yep.
in soccer?
Yep, it's the
Oh,
exact
okay.
same.
Okay.
But that's not in the postseason. That's just the
Yeah, that's just regular
regular
season.
season.
Which
so.
is so dumb.
Well,
No, it's
you wouldn't
fun.
want a playoff game coming down to a
Oh
shootout.
no, I would.
Really?
If you're really
Devil's
a
advocate right
if you're really
here.
a puckhead and you
Oh, Lord.
appreciate the sport, you'd love a good shootout.
Interesting. Yeah, overtime is electric. Have you ever been to a hockey game, Joey?
What? I've been to the Des Moines Buccaneers.
Okay.
You ever been there?
I've been to the
Fun as hell.
Waterloo Blackhawks. I've been to them.
Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you!
It's literally like that. No, that's
It
exactly.
is so fun.
It's like the whole arena just is buzzing the whole
Dude,
time.
Yeah, and we got a bunch of
You went
hillbilly
to an Iowa
Iowans.
Wild game.
Yeah, but it was
Boy.
nothing like
Yeah.
because yeah.
We went to?
Yeah. Our school went to a couple Iowa Wild games, but it's like we went to the one I went to was postseason elimination game. Everyone in the whole entire stadium arena thing was blackout.
Yep.
Like everybody's
and
hammered.
they hate the opposite team.
Yep, they're just screaming like and
Bloodlust.
pounding on the ice. Yeah, it's a
Does
lot
Philly
of fun.
have a hockey team?
No, but they should.
Okay, because if they did,
Where?
Dude.
like hockey
Philly?
fans are already from they're
Philadelphia
all from Philly
Flyers.
regardless.
Are you guys crazy?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do.
Okay. So besides my
Professional puckhead.
Puckhead.
my beloved
No.
I
Nobody
forget
cares about the Flyers.
Say, I forget about them because they're just
Flyers are
irrelevant.
the greatest team
Yeah.
of all time.
Just irrelevant.
besides my
irrelevant
beloved
team.
Maple Leafs, I am a Philly Flyers fan. just
Same here.
because I love Philly
Yeah.
sports.
I would be scared to go to a
They're
Flyers
so
game,
fun.
actually, now that I think about it. That would be
hockey
terrifying.
fans, and they're also
Yeah.
from Philly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, wear a
Perfect
Bruins
picture.
shirt to the Flyers
Oh,
game.
jeez. You'll just get knocked out. It'd be,
Yeah.
it'd be a quick trip.
You wouldn't be allowed in for your own safety.
Yeah,
Probably.
yeah. They're like, sir, you're going to have to go. We don't want to pay the medical bills for you
Yeah.
just showing up.
We can't have another person
Sign a
murdered
waiver. Yeah, you can't be doing that. No, so that's the NHL preview there. I'm
You're
pretty
safer
excited.
on the ice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably. No, you really are. So I mean, we're gonna go watch some of that. I think right now, as soon as we finish this up. But
Yep.
we got one last thing to go through here. It is our infamous news segment.
Oh, I thought you were going to say the SeatGeek ad. Promo code marvonair.
Yeah, promo code marvonair. Use code marvonair for $20 off your first
Thought that's what
purchase.
you were gonna
Go
say.
watch an NHL game for cheap. Be fun. We should go see one.
We should.
That'd be dope.
With promo
Maybe
code
Minnesota.
marvonair.
We could go up to Minnesota.
Yeah, it's not too far.
I don't want to watch a Wild game.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
no one
true.
really wants to watch a wild.
Let's go
game,
to
but-
Toronto.
No, we're going to Tampa Bay next time we're down there.
There we go.
Oh,
There we go.
Yeah.
That would be fun. That would be fun. $20 off.
Bet.
Easy money. Easy money.
What
James,
happens
did you
if
have?
you use like the promo code marvonair $20 off at like a game where the ticket is $15? Do you get $5?
Oh, that'd be sick. But it's just
you
zero.
should.
It's just zero.
That's a bummer.
It's just $0. James, did you have the facts or no?
Yeah, I have some facts.
Okay,
Oh,
yeah. So this is a new
I'm-
segment. We don't have. I wanted to put like a screen up to start this segment. It kind of got vetoed, but
It
James.
looked awful.
Explain the photo.
It looked awful. It looked like a poor school picture that was cropped, and then apparently it was made while he was in the gym.
Yeah.
It looked awful.
I feel like we should just throw it on there.
it's not.
I could probably slap it on.
If
Yeah,
you're
you should
making
slap it
in
on.
between sets.
You should slap it on. We'll give our producer a real challenge
gonna
here.
be great.
We're going to see if he
Well,
can
might
get it.
Switch the camera angle.
Well, that's
How's
fine.
my audio sound?
That's fine. Okay, Alex, you work on that. And James, what are we going to call this segment?
We're not gonna call it anything right now.
I think we should call it
We're not
things you
gonna call
didn't
it
know
anything.
about
We're gonna
sports.
call it void of name.
Okay.
That's our
Unnamed.
name.
Redacted.
Void of name.
I like it.
redacted. Redacted is good.
So, can you explain the segment?
No.
Oh, you don't even want to tell people what they're getting into?
No.
I
Okay.
like that.
It's not
I
the
like
point.
that.
All right, just roll with it then.
Listen, you do too much organization. Sometimes you just gotta let it flow, let it
love
ride,
it.
let it roll.
Well, let's hear it then.
Love
So,
it.
Frank Zamboni was born in 1902 and he died in 1988.
Oh, he's going off the riff with this.
He
It's not even
made
riff.
the Zamboni, which is also known as the ice resurfacer. As you guys know, the Zamboni is like the big truck thing that goes across the ice and it makes the ice whole again.
Yep.
I've always wondered how these things work. I think they're a very underappreciated technology in sports in general.
Yep.
Because, I mean, you wouldn't have hockey right now without the redacted.
Redacted.
Just like bracket, redacted.
All caps. You wouldn't have hockey without it. It used to take 90 minutes with 15 guys to like
Oh, wow.
re-ice
To resurface the ice?
an entire guys.
Shut up.
Just-
Redacted.
That's all it is.
That's it. It's like, well, what do you mean?
I can't fucking hear you with my headphones in.
God. All right.
Redacted.
Yeah, you got it.
About the Zamboni.
Yes.
So it used to take 90 minutes. Think about what you could watch in 90 minutes. You could watch like 4 episodes of South Park. I'll give you another picture. I mean, it almost looks like one of my favorite words, the R word. It almost looks like R worded.
Oh my God, this is awesome.
So
Retracted.
yeah. So Frank Zamboni used to work in ice, like just for making ice in general for people's drinks and whatnot. And he was like, this ain't going anywhere.
Yeah.
Yep.
Took his refrigeration stuff, opened up an ice rink, and he just opened it up for the general public
Yep.
and everything. And then he was also sort of an inventor, and he started working on the Zamboni. I think that was his first invention. Jeez, that looks really nice.
Yeah, it does. It looks
Um,
awesome. What do you mean?
And originally he made it out of, I think, it was something. The first Jeeps
Okay.
for like mass.
Yeah.
What would you
Yeah.
call that?
Production?
Mass
Mass production.
mass production. He would strip those down and then he put a Zamboni on top of it.
Yeah, let's see the graphic. Redacted.
Oh yeah.
Redacted with James.
I love it.
He would strip down Jeeps,
Beautiful.
and then he'd make a Zamboni out of it.
Wow.
And he
That's
was like,
awesome.
this ain't gonna go anywhere.
It's like a real
The
scientist.
Blackhawks owner, it's a real scientist, dude. It's Einstein. It's Isaac Newton. The owner of the Blackhawks back in like the 50s or 60s was like, I need one of those.
Really?
Bought 2, and then they just blew up.
Oh.
And then he made stuff for turf.
Physically blew up, or
Yeah. It just goes on the ice.
The
He
Samsung Note
buys all
7.
of his prototypes and just blows them up.
Yes.
It's like, oh, Jesus.
But like they used to
Don't hold my
just
tongue on
strip
that one.
down Jeeps, and then he put a Zamboni on top of it.
Wow.
He was an Italian guy, obviously, Zamboni.
Naturally.
And
As they
most
do.
people look at the Zamboni as a Zamboni rather than an ice resurfacer, which I just, it's transcended the name like Kleenex has.
Yes, yeah. I was just going to say
Well,
like
I mean,
Band-Aid
I've
or
always
Kleenex.
been told like Italian inventions. It's like pizza, stuffed
Lamborghini.
crust pizza, Zamboni. I mean, that's
Those are-
kind of
those
like
are their inventions.
that's the Mount Rushmore of
You
Italian
think
inventions.
Italians made stuffed crust?
spaghetti.
pizza? Spaghetti.
Spaghetti.
Yeah, spaghetti. Pretty much just good food, really.
The boots. I think they made boots. Right?
True.
Like if you just look at the shape of their country, they had to have made
Oh,
the
that
boots.
makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
That adds
That
up.
was a,
Organized
that was
crime.
Top
They
10
started that.
Yeah,
corniest,
mafia.
worst
Gambling?
jokes
Did they
I've ever
start?
heard.
Yeah, probably.
They probably
Rome,
started-
the Colosseum.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Wow.
There we
What'd
go.
they make?
Gambling. Probably.
Rome.
No,
Coliseum.
they didn't make
Oh
gambling.
no, they did.
No, they did not.
They're a big gambling country.
Don't
It's
fact
crazy.
check.
The
1200.
Coliseum, like, I never realized how many.
Huh?
It's like this big.
Well, because there was 4 people like back then.
Yeah, yeah. Back then,
So-
What do you want him to build? Like
the average
Rome-
like lifespan
There's
is
not-
like
it's
10
not gonna
years.
be a
He's trolling. He's trolling. He's
Gillette
trolling.
Stadium.
He's trolling. He's
It's
trolling.
not going to be Gillette Stadium. They don't have that power. They're not the Egyptians
They weren't
too.
very
He's
good builders. Yeah.
With the Coliseum,
Excuse 87,000 people?
yes, bro, it's huge.
Whoa.
Yes.
Oh, I was actually expecting
So-
it to be kind of small.
Yeah.
They used to like go down to Africa
Yeah.
and go down to Asia, and they would literally go and steal like tiger babies and lion babies and
Oh, that's
baby elephants and stuff. They would just like steal children, and then they'd bring them all the way up to Rome, raise them, and then make people fight.
Wow.
The actual animals.
The more you know.
They used to flood the
Redacted.
entire stadium.
It's redacted.
Well, it's kind of like
Redacted.
what you were saying with the Zamboni, isn't it? Like when they're skating, Joe, you might know more about this. When they're skating, because like people are like, oh, it's like you're on a knife on ice. Like how do you stand up? But it's something where like there's so much like concentrated pressure on the ice that it
Yeah.
actually like melts it slightly.
Yeah.
So that's why
So-
they're able to go fast and stuff. Because
Yeah,
they're not
I've
on
s-
like actual ice. It's like little water
Water.
beads.
Yeah, they're not
Yeah.
actually like cutting it or anything. It's just
Yeah.
because of how small. It's actually like the blade is like a
Like a U.
inverted. There are 2 edges.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beveled?
And when you're turning, it's such a like tiny little surface that you're putting it on. It's melting the water
Yeah.
instantly as
Huh.
you're going across.
And then
it.
it remelts it like once you're off.
And
it.
it'll
Yeah,
freeze
because
again.
like that's like a science thing where like if you put like a string with 2 weights on the end, like on an ice block, like obviously
Oh.
it's gonna fall through, but it's gonna like
Yeah,
freeze,
yeah.
and that's
Yeah.
why you don't like cut a block in half with 2 strings and a weight.
Huh. I didn't know that.
Probably not the best idea to try and cut a black eye.
Bro, that's a science.
I know.
Yeah, I did not know that
I'm
was the
being
science
funny.
behind it,
You were
though.
like,
That's cool.
Yeah, that's why you don't cut a black ice with
Redacted.
with a string.
That's why.
That's the reason.
That's why.
Yeah, because it'll freeze
Yeah,
the
because
string.
yeah.
Now we know.
Christoph tried
Not
that in
because it's a
Frozen.
full-
Didn't work.
Well, now we know. I thought it was because it was cutting the ice, and right because
No.
the Zamboni flattens it.
No, what the Zamboni
It's like a-
does is
Oh.
the Zamboni, it picks up a little bit of the, what?
You change your glasses again. It keeps fucking.
These have been here. So it'll shave off the top layer of ice. It'll mix it around a little bit. It'll clean it, just like get all the impurities out.
Yep.
And then it'll
Blood.
put down a brand new sheet of like cold as fuck water.
Yeah.
So
And-
frozen, probably.
Well,
no?
that's
no,
not
no,
how,
it'd be
frozen
putting down
water
ice
works, but
if it did that.
So
It-
it's like 33 degrees.
yeah.
Gotcha.
probably 32 actually. Like
32.9.
32.1.
0.01.
Yeah. Okay. So it's super cold water. Got it.
Put some super cold water and then it just freezes again.
Well, have you seen that guy in like Canada or like Minnesota that has like his own like little hockey rink and like
Yeah,
I think they all
he
have
has like
that. Everyone from Minnesota or Canada has that.
yeah, it's kind of like Florida with pools, but
Yeah.
like
it's like Iowa
Minnesota
with
one.
like porches
Yeah.
Or pigs.
Or grills.
or kitchens.
Or toilets.
or
Opioid problem.
That is
cups.
true. Yeah.
Yeah, because there are a couple people who
For
don't
every-
have cups.
For every Iowan who has a yard they mow, there's a Minnesotan with an ice rink that they Zamboni.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay. So where are
I
we going
believe
with
I
it?
believe
We're on the same page right here.
Yeah.
I believe the surface somehow gets dimpled.
Yeah.
I don't know
It's
why.
like a golf ball.
I don't know how they do it. No, actually.
Oh, it's not.
It's a reversed golf ball.
Oh,
So it's
I
like,
like that a
humps.
Yes.
Gotcha. Imagine a golf ball with like little humps on it instead of divots.
That'd be interesting.
That'd be cool. Maybe
I
we'll make
think it's
that.
still just
Marv
should
on
make
air.
golf ball
Ghostbusters
arrows.
edition.
It'd be a worse
I get 'em a lot
golf ball.
farther.
Like the Nerf balls that have like the
Yeah.
the thing on the back.
The
I
tail
bet they
Yeah.
fly that.
How would you
farther.
hit that?
on the
with a
end
golf
of it?
club.
You would hit it on
Yeah,
the
with,
Yeah.
with a driver.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, where do you hit the ball though?
No,
Oh,
you,
you
you
just,
hit
like,
it
on it.
like on the end of like the stick. It's like.
You hit on the stick.
Oh,
with
sorry, my fault.
It.
Yeah. It's like air friction or something though.
This-
You tee it up like the air part would be on the top and you'd hit the bottom and then it would just like fall
Got
in
it.
line with it, you know?
Yeah, it'd be like a paper
like
airplane.
inertia or
Gotcha.
something.
Yeah, some science stuff.
Yeah.
Physics, if you will.
You feel me?
All right, so that was redacted. Glad we
That
got
was
that.
beautiful.
Amazing.
That was awesome. I can't believe you did that off the cuff too.
You do this show every week off the cuff.
But I thought you'd have it written down. Like,
I don't need
Not
that
very
shit written
well.
down.
Yeah, it's not like professionally
your
done.
facts.
Yeah, you got your own segment now.
Zamboni.
Zamboni.
Yeah, we'll get a real graphic done for that, but
Some sound.
probably.
Yeah.
But with that being said, I think all that's left is the draw.
Oh yeah.
So let's crack right into it. Alex, you've been shuffling all show. I trust that it's relatively mixed up.
You guys make your bets and I'll pull them.
All right, Alex has got it. What are we going, Joey?
Joseph, you first.
You got to name the card value and suit.
He's also in the Hockey Hall of Fame and the Inventors Hall of Fame, which is
And probably
He's probably the only
probably
one.
the Italian.
he
right.
also has a school named after him in Paramount, California.
Paramount Plus.
Okay.
Okay.
8 of spades.
8 of spades. All right.
4 of hearts.
7 of diamonds.
Let's go ace of clubs. Alex is riffling, putting them together.
Oh,
And here it is.
oh!
Wow.
Oh man.
I hear what people think.
That was close. That was very close.
8 of spades.
Yeah, someday we will get there.
Man.
Thank you, Alex. All right.
What is the odds of that? 1 over 52
One
factorial?
of 52, yeah.
Or 1 choose 52 factorial?
Sure.
You're the
We'll
math
go
guy.
with that.
We're the sports guys. We don't know.
Thoughts.
Yeah. All right. That's going to do it for today. We'll see you guys on Wednesday.
Deuces.